As silly as it seems, I have debated doing this for quite a while. Not tapping on this object in particular. That was not a very drawn out decision, I promise you. But starting a YouTube channel after many attempts at many different things that I thought I was passionate about, feel like perhaps they were hobbies that I had sort of like a fling with. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it's sort of like I don't know. These things would capture my attention and I would become just enraptured overnight with more so the idea of doing something rather than actually doing it. But that's okay. That doesn't mean that I can't do all of those things in small amounts, in ways that I have no obligation to be fully committed to. There's no reason why my stomach has to fucking growl right now, but there's also no particular reason why I need to throw myself fully into everything to the point that I spread myself so thin that I am no longer enjoying what I'm doing. I feel like my mouth is just kind of hanging open as I'm doing this, and I'm sure that's not a flattering look for you. Well, for me, for you to view, as you are probably viewing this, and I am going to watch this once, and then out of shame never view it ever again. Regardless, I have this poor habit, because I now have to wear a mask 8+ hours a day, because of my job, where I just kind of mouth breathe, and I don't think it's very healthy. It's definitely not very sexy. And so I'm just kind of like a wild person all day underneath my mask. And I'm so glad that I neglect to wear my actual glasses because I would fog them up otherwise. And yes, that is a ring light because it took so long for me to convince myself to film today that it started to get dark outside because I was not paying attention to the weather app like I told myself I was going to, so that I could film during nice daylight hours. I knew it was supposed to rain this week, but I did not know it was supposed to be overcast 90% of the time. So here we are. I'm sorry for my varying lengths in fingernails. It's very tragic. I was growing them out for so long, and I broke in one day alone, that day being today. That was my foot, by the way. Thank you for wondering. My middle finger, my other middle finger, my ring finger, and my pointer finger, all today at work. So thank you, retail. Love you. That is not very cash money. I don't know why I chose to wear earbuds either. It's sort of this noise canceling effect where I can get out of my own head and just kind of immerse myself in the process of video making, which is just fine by me, because I feel like my main problem in not making this video sooner is that I kept psyching myself out, feeling like I had to wait until I had the right materials, or all of the time, or the editing skills. I'm not gonna fucking edit this, come on, grow up. I don't know. But I don't do that with anything else, you know, I kind of just go feet first into most other aspects of life without much forethought or planning. The sun is back out. Well, that's lovely. Maybe I'll do like a cute outdoor outro or something. Don't expect anything. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't even know how to edit a freaking outro. But, typically I just sort of go in without much prep and worry about the details later, but for some reason, it's taken me over a year of telling myself to get my shit together, like 30 million times. Before I finally decided to just do it. It's gonna be bad if it's gonna be bad, and if it's gonna be good, then it's gonna be good, and, you know, you gotta start somewhere and all that. Sorry if I have a hard time keeping eye contact. Not only is the camera on Google Pixel 3a extremely small, as it is on most every smartphone, especially when you have it in selfie mode, so that I can see myself right here. So I know that I'm in frame, and because I'm vain as hell. But I also just have a hard time with eye contact in general. I don't know if that is a result of 2.5 decades of debilitating anxiety, or if that's completely normal when you're trying to build confidence on a brand new platform. Who's to say? But regardless, I promise to you and to myself to work really hard on that. Not just camera eye contact, but in real life as well. I feel that you become more approachable and I look like I'm smelling it. You become more approachable in your interpersonal relationships and day-to-day interactions when you can maintain at least a little bit of eye contact, even if it's hard, even if it feels unnatural, even if it continues to be unnatural. It's one of those silent communicators that just build rapport with the people you interact with. And that was the couch again. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna call it on this video, and I suppose we'll see where this channel goes.